All right, you just got promoted, amazing, but now you're leading people who know way more than you do, and you're thinking, what if they realize that I have no idea what I'm doing? That thought doesn't mean you're unqualified. It means that you're stepping into real leadership, because here's the truth, again, that nobody tells you, or at least they don't tell new managers. Expertise isn't what makes people follow you. In fact, the more you try to prove yourself by being the smartest person in the room, the more you lose their respect. So let's flip this script. This isn't about knowing all the answers. It's about learning how to lead when you don't have them. When you're managing a team of specialists, like engineers, analysts, product leads, it's definitely tempting to fake it. You nod along. You let some industry jargon fly. You avoid questions because you don't want to sound like you shouldn't be in the room. And I know this firsthand because this was me not too long ago. When I joined the team at OneClick, I was surrounded by people who were way smarter than me. No exaggeration. They had technical depth, years of experience, domain knowledge, and I didn't have any of it. And I remember thinking, how the hell am I supposed to lead in a room like this? It was uncomfortable. For a while, I hesitated. I tried to keep up, tried to prove myself, but that just made it harder. The shift came when I let go of trying to compete with their knowledge, and I started leaning into the role that I actually needed to play. Not the expert, the leader. And that's when everything changed. So let me say this very clearly. Leadership and expertise are not the same skill set. Experts love problems. Leaders create space and systems and the decisions that allow those problems to get solved. You don't need to have their depth of knowledge. You need to have range, the ability to set direction, create clarity, and move the work forward. And that's what I started doing with OneClick. Not by being the technical expert, but by asking better questions, by facilitating better conversations, by becoming the person the team could rely on to make complex simple and the goals clear. This is exactly what I want to help you to unlock as well. And if you happen to be dealing with this in this moment right now, if you're stepping into leadership and you're worried that people won't take you seriously because you're not the expert, I put together a free cheat sheet called the Respect Reset. It's not theory. It's exactly how I started to earn the trust of my team without faking confidence or pretending to know what I didn't know. You'll get subtle but powerful phrases, boundary setting language, and word-for-word scripts to help you shift the tone immediately. So if you're feeling what I felt not too long ago, like you're just trying not to be exposed, this is going to help. It's going to help you reset fast. So links in the description below. Now, to go even deeper, because most managers hit one of two traps when they feel out of their depth. The first mistake is overcompensating with control. So you feel unsure, so you try to control everything. You get overly involved in decisions maybe you don't fully understand. You rewrite the team's timelines or task list just so that you can feel useful. You hesitate to delegate because you think, if I can't do it myself, how can I trust them to do it? But here's what your team sees. Micromanagement, bottlenecks, insecurity, and eventually resentment. The fix isn't to swing in the opposite direction and check out. It's to shift from control to coordination. Start using the who, what, when method. Who owns it? What's the deliverable? When is the next check-in? No technical depth required, just structure, clarity, and rhythm. Now, let's talk about your secret weapon, because you're not buried in the technical details. You get to zoom out. You're in the best position to spot misalignment before it creates conflict, to catch duplicative work across different functions, to sense when the team is solving for the wrong metric or goal. And while your experts are 3 feet from their screen, you're standing across the room. You're seeing the bigger picture. Use that perspective and ask, is this solution solving the right problem? Does this level up what matters for the business? What does success actually look like for this sprint, this week, this quarter? Your team might not think to ask those questions. That's where you come in. Not to answer, but to guide the thinking. Now, here's one of the hardest moments. You're in a meeting. Someone uses a term you don't know. Everyone else nods along. What do? Most managers, myself included, either fake it or freeze. But there's a third option. Facilitate clarity. Try saying something like this. Pause there. Can you walk me through that so I'm following fully? Or assume I'm hearing this for the first time. What's the goal behind that choice? Or you can also say, can we unpack that a little more so that I can support it effectively? You don't sound clueless. You sound like someone who values clarity. And that models behavior your team actually needs. So it's okay to slow down and to make sure that the team's aligned, you included. Do this enough and something surprising is going to happen. They are going to start explaining things more proactively. They start checking for alignment before you ask. They start respecting you, not for what you know, but for how you're leading them. Now, here's a model, in my experience, that works in dang near every room, even when you're not the expert. 1, clarity. What are we doing? Why does it matter? And what does success look like? The second one is accountability. Who owns what? What are the next steps? Where are the check-ins? And the third one is trust. Are we making it safe to raise risks, name unknowns, and ask for help? You build these 3, and you build real leadership. People start looking to you, not for answers, but for direction. If you walk away with only one thing from this video, let it be this. You don't need to be the expert. You need to be the one who creates momentum. Clarity over chaos, structure over noise, and trust over control. That's how we lead, even in rooms full of people who you believe are smarter than you. That said, if you're tired of second guessing and you want a full proven system to lead with clarity, grab this right here, your manager's playbook. Link, as always, is in the description. It's packed with real-world tools, word-for-word scripts, meeting templates, delegation frameworks, conversation openers, and confidence resets. All designed to help you lead without winging it. Because leadership doesn't require credentials. It requires calm. It requires clarity. It requires someone like you stepping up to guide the room. Maybe it requires a little bit of coffee too. So get yours. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.